Whoa, whoa, whoa. It is cold today. All right. Let's get this party started. Didn't want to take a lot of time. Um, as always, in the name of our ancestors, peace forever and always, and welcome to another spontaneous broadcast of what we call the Reality's Temple on Earth Internet Ministry. I am the gatekeeper, the host of this program, known here on social media, wherever you may find me. I am known as the Mate, Angel Snup Nup 7. I am your soul brother, number one. I just want to make a comment off topic real quick. Off topic. And we just celebrated Savior's Day. Savior's Day is the annual celebration, February the 26th of every year by the Nation of Islam in celebration of their founder, Wallace Farad Muhammad, who I believe was born February 26, 1877. I think that's the correct year. And he came to us in the person of God, that's the teachings, July the 4th, 1930. Off topic, I just want to make this comment real quick, off topic. And I really haven't watched any of the messages from the factions of the Nation of Islam. There's various factions. There's a temple that's doing this thing in Cleveland, Ohio, I believe. Eric Muhammad in Atlanta, Georgia. You have Salas Muhammad. There's various, of course, the most known and most popular is that of Louis Farrakhan. And maybe, I don't know, I wasn't there, so I don't know. But it seems as though the usual amount of persons who attend that Savior's Day, it seemed as though some people was missing. Maybe they couldn't afford to come to Savior's Day. I don't know. But it don't seem as though as much fanfare was given towards this Savior's Day in Detroit, Michigan, that Louis Farrakhan and his people had. Maybe that's the reason why people couldn't afford it or whatever. But it makes no difference. It makes no difference. Because whether it's Islam or whether it's Christianity or whether whatever these religious beliefs are, I am confident to say their days are numbered. And even though this comment I want to make is off topic, it really do coincide in relation to what I want to talk about. I want to talk about mental illness. I did not listen to the speech of the man they call the Honorable Louis Farrakhan, so I can admit that. I saw some brief excerpts, some brief postings, and I really wasn't inspired to listen to the speech. It's things that he's been saying ever since I was an FOI way back in the 80s. I was 18, 19 years old. Talking about this plan to kill black people, the genocide. And you hear this from the Pan-Africans and other blackity black pro-black and the black first and the blackity black 3 times over community, the black. You hear this great plan of murdering the African American, murdering the foundation of Black American, murdering the Black American, whatever you want to call us. It's this great plan, this genocide of the black man in America. They've been teaching this and saying this ever since I was a little boy in these circles. Now, the question that I raise is, what you gonna do about it? You've known this ever since I was a little boy. And you talk this, but you ain't never done nothing about it. They continue to plan. I'm like, when are they gonna do this? It's been over, 50 years? Maybe 100. When are they gonna start for real? Stop planning, start doing. This is the reality. The reality is, if these people really wanted to just outright murder us, they don't have to plan a damn. Well, they have to plan, but they will outright start just like they are doing in Gaza. They say what? I forgot how many. Thousands and thousands of Palestinians have been murdered. It's a murder. They trying to get to this handful of folks, which they still haven't been able to do. It's been months. When did that happen? October the 7th last year. Now it's February, going on March. And they don't talk about how many Hamas members they have murdered. They only have been killing women and children and old folks, dropping bombs. And now they plan, no, they done drove all the people. They're not saying that they have drove Hamas to, what's that place? Rama, I forgot it started with an R. That's where they forced everybody to flee. Now they want to talk about bombing that. Is Hamas there? Are you finally going to get them? After murdering, after killing all these children and old folks? Folks who are not Hamas? But this is the activity that you do. And see, they justify it because this is war. So they justify this because this is war. And see, they can do the same thing to the African American, the Black American, foundational Black American, the freedman, whatever the hell you want, the Hebrew Israelite, whatever the hell you want to call yourself. They can do the same thing here in good old US of A. Ain't a damn thing you can do. Your little pop guns that you have, your little AK-47s, your little, whatever these little weapons that you have, don't mean nothing. You think those people in Palestine don't have the same type of little tiddlywink weapons? If this man really was the devil, if these people really wanted to get rid of you, they would have done it a long time ago. They could have got rid of us and saved themselves a whole bunch of problems by getting rid of the slaves as soon as the Civil War was over. We don't know where you're going, but you got to get the hell out of here. You're free, but you ain't going to be in this country. You got to get the hell out of here. And they start rounding you up, take you to Liberia somewhere or, well, if they really wanted to. They don't have to plan and be sneaky. They can knock you off outright if they wanted to. Don't have to make no excuse. Don't have to make a war. Just outright knock you off. But of course, we live in a political environment, and the only reason why this was not done because of the eyes of the world. You don't want to go down and, you got, you're evil and wicked, but still you still want to put on this face like you holier than thou. So in Israel, they use war to justify their murder. And here, these people are not interested because slavery was about making money. It was not about, I hate the black people, I hate the Africans. It was about simply making money. And you have to condition the minds of your people whose Bible is teaching against it, but you have to use the same Bible and the same science to justify what you're doing and hype your people up so that they will accept slavery. And they've done this successful for over 300 years. If they wanted to, because I know if I was a white guy listening to all this blackity black stuff, hold on a second, mouth getting dry. How you doing there, Lunch Break Chronicles? Good afternoon. Peace forever and always. Mouth dry. Now look, if they really wanted to get rid of you, they could do it right now. They don't have to plan nothing. Now, Lunch Break Chronicles is telling me that Willie Lynch is real. And then there are those, because they smarter than everybody else. Willie Lynch was a fictional character. Willie Lynch was not real. Who gives a damn? But what we do know, that this is what we know. This idea of what Willie Lynch done can be done. The same method that they use to break horses and goats or whatever, they flipped it around so they can destroy people, break down people. But I want to say this to you. That was for the original folks who knew what it was to be free. I'm going to say that again. That's for original people. The original breeding stock, that was for those who knew what it was to be free. But after a certain period of time, the so-called Negro, if you was born into slavery, there's no need for that. Because slavery is all you know. Why you think that these black people in this country don't fight for their independence, don't fight for being independent? Why you think they don't stand up for themselves the way they do? Because this is all they know. Just like your pit bull and your cocker spaniel and your goldfish at home, living in a bowl, living in your house is all they know. Why would they try to leave the comfortable atmosphere of your house? They don't know nothing about being free. That's why we don't behave like we want to be free. Because we act, I don't care, you holler all that black power stuff, power to the people, and the white man's the devil. You talk all that stuff, but you comfortable. You comfortable in the slave master's house. There's very few of us who actually demonstrate we're not comfortable in the slave master house. This is all that we know. You can talk all you want to. That's why they don't come here under the sound of my voice, because I know all your big shop talk don't mean a damn thing, because what they say, your actions speak louder than words. If the Pan-Africans was real, you would see all kinds of planes and boats going to Africa. They're not going nowhere because this is all they know. There's no real effort. The Hebrew Israelites and the Comedics, there's no effort on none of these people's parts to really separate and try to do their own thing. Because this is all that they know. This is they're comfortable, just like the dog in your house. Exactly, lunch break. You're right. Lunch break says it's the same reason they had very few successful slave revolutions in the States. Exactly. Because you're comfortable. You're comfortable. You can make your mouth say anything that you want to say, but you're comfortable. How did I get on this topic like that? When the Holy Spirit hit you, I wanted to make this comment because I think I was talking about Savior's Day in relation to Savior's Day and watching the Savior's Day messages from the various Nation of Islam factions. I saw this one excerpt. I guess it was at the end of the meeting after Louis Farrakhan spoke. And I saw him kiss his wife on the forehead, I believe. On the forehead. And you may say, well, brother, what's wrong with that? I didn't say there was nothing wrong with it. I said I saw Louis Farrakhan kiss his wife on the forehead. I guess this was after the meeting was over. My commentary about that is, you have a man. Our subject, my topic today is about mental illness and psychiatry. What I find odd is that you have a man, the big macho Mr. Leader. You can kiss your wife on the forehead, but you kiss a white man in the mouth in the public. You're not going to kiss your wife. We know that you kiss your wife in the mouth. Most of us, we practice that. There are some cultures that they don't practice that. I know we heard Eskimos, they kiss by rubbing noses. And other cultures might show affection in other manners, but we kiss in the mouth. And we would kiss our wife, we kiss our boyfriends, our significant others in the mouth. Now here's a man, Mr. Big Shot Leader. Lunch Break Chronicle said, when did he kiss a white man? You can go to that video when Facebook was banning him from Facebook and they had this big meeting at Father Flager's church. It's on YouTube. And I saw it live. And he said he kissed Father Flager. And he did it in the mouth. And he said there's nothing gay, there's nothing queer about it, something like that. Now, see, this goes back to mental illness. Because usually when Farrakhan talk, go ahead, old holy apostle, go ahead. You know, all the folks in the audience be going, yay, Farrakhan, hey. But when he did that, if you go watch that speech, you will notice the hand claps was really low. And Farrakhan said, there's nothing I kissed my brother. I thought he was talking about Brother Ishmael or something. No, he was talking about Father Flagger. I kissed Father Flagger, and there's nothing queer about it. So we know he kissed Father Flagger because he said it out of his mouth when he done it. And the so-called warriors, the fruit of Islam, didn't have nothing to say about it. Now some might have quit because of that. They didn't want nothing to do with that no more. But then you have a good majority, whatever Farrakhan do, they don't give a damn. I find it odd that you would kiss a man in the public, a white man at that. And he also said that Father Flagger was his best friend for 30 years. He did not, mental illness. We talk about mental illness. He did not say one of his followers for 30 years is his best friend. He said that this Caucasian Catholic, what do they teach you? Or what do they teach in Islam? The Quran says, it's not me. The Quran says, do not take Jews and Christians for friends. That's not me. That's the Quran. And who do Farrakhan always befriend? The Christian church. He plays the fiddle for Jewish people. That's what he does. Then I don't know why people get angry at me. You need to get angry at him. These are his actions in the public. I could not talk about what this man does in the private because I'm not there. I don't know. This is his actions. This is his behaviors in the public. This is what he said in the public. Going back to mental illness. You have Louis Farrakhan followers that don't know what this man is doing or what he said. They just too busy in his back cheeks, smelling his doo-doo. Farrakhan didn't do that. It's not my job to tell you what your leader done in the public. Because when I was with Farrakhan, I kept up with everything that man said and done. That's why I decided to leave. The only reason why I didn't leave earlier was because of my relatives that was in the Nation of Islam. Oh, give it a chance. Things take time or whatever. They're doing nothing no more than they was when I was there in the 1980s. They have no more. They're doing nothing no more than when I was 18 years old in the ranks. What does that tell you? It's nothing but church. All of this black conscious social media ain't nothing but church. And it's church because you're not serious about liberation. You're not really serious about changing your condition. It's too much sacrifice, too much work, and you're comfortable. And they even brag about what they got. Look at my house I just bought. Look at my degree I got on the wall. Where you getting all this from? Out of your oppressor's house. Where you getting your kibbles and bits? Where you getting your dog food from? You getting it out of your massa house. Because you're comfortable. And all this, what they talk about, is nothing but talk. Feel-good church rhetoric. Telling the people, oh, there's a plan to kill us. That's nothing but a fear tactic. That's what religion uses. They use fear, a fear tactic, to convert you. Because if somebody, and you know they plan on killing you, what you gonna do about it? So they've been doing this genocide on us for over 100 years. We know about it. What we gonna do about it? They ain't doing a damn thing. So what's the sense of talking about it? If somebody was out to murder me, and I'm not taking no kind of precautions, I'm not doing anything to prevent the murder, what's the sense of talking about it? Oh man, they're trying to kill me. Most people, if they know somebody's trying to murder them, they're going to take certain precautions because it's natural to try to save your life. It's natural to try to save your life. If you're talking about it and you know all this and you're doing nothing to save your life, why don't you shut the hell? What the hell are you talking about for? There's nothing to talk about. It's a waste of time. They do this. It's a fear tactic. And please don't forget to cash out me. Make sure you send a donation. How does sending a donation to you, how does giving you a cash out, how does that prevent the genocide? Going back to mental illness. Going back to mental illness. It's nothing but a game we play. Shout out to our deacon of reality, Soul Brother 85. Lunch Break Chronicle said, Farrakhan will make Elijah Muhammad look like a choir boy when it's all said and done. His hypocrisy knows no end. I can't judge Louis Farrakhan. The things that he say, he might really believe. But we have actions here that's contradictory. You call the white man the devil, but he's your best friend. Now, according to the teachings, the white man can be accepted, but he must study Islam for over 25 years. I believe it's over 25 years. Then you can embrace him after he or she has studied over 25 years. Father Flager is a Catholic. He ain't studied no Islam. He's not a Muslim. He ain't studied for no 25 years. But that's Farrakhan's best friend that the Quran said, tell the Muslims, do not befriend. That's not me. That's the Quran. Folks get angry at the messenger or the observer when you should get angry at the one who exhibit this type of behavior. Has nothing to do with me. Lunch Break Chronicle said, don't forget Scientology. It's no end with Farrakhan. See, the thing about Scientology is brainwashing. How can Elijah Muhammad run or lead the Nation of Islam for over 40 years, and he didn't need the help of Scientology or no outside teachings than what Master Farad Muhammad gave him? Huh? We want to recognize our brother Denzel Rogers. he said, get your ticket today and hop aboard the soul train. Shout out to our brother Denzel Rogers. Man, let me get something to drink. My mouth is too dry. I wasn't even planning on being on here this long. 20 minutes. 20 minutes is all I wanted to do. It never works that way. These the same folks that would call me mentally ill. The same folks. But they're not looking at their own behaviors. I wanted to talk a little bit about mental illness. I want to talk about psychiatry, just a little taste. When I first came to YouTube, there was no realities temple on earth. There was no realities temple on earth. I'm going to do like Umar Johnson do. I'll keep repeating yourself. There was no realities temple on earth. There was no reality. That's his style. I'll keep repeating this stuff. There was no realities temple on earth. That's Dr. Umar Johnson's style. When I first made videos, matter of fact, I wasn't even on YouTube. When I first came to social media, my purpose, shout out to Twin. Shout out to Twin Pyramid. Peace and respect you always. When I first came to social media, I came to talk about my unjust incarceration in the Department of Mental Health. I want to talk about how they lie. How they lie on people, these fake diagnoses. This is what you have to understand about the Department of Mental Health. This is what you must understand, and I agree with everything that Dr. Umar Johnson says about psychiatry. In fact, way before there was a Dr. Umar Johnson, I was talking about it. And actually, I was taught by the Citizens Commission on Human Rights, which is a subsidiary of the Church of Scientology. I don't care nothing about what the Church of Scientology is talking about as far as their religious views is concerned, but everything that the Church of Scientology says about psychiatry, hey, it's 1,000%. I would bear witness. I lived it. Those books from the Church of Scientology about psychiatry was banned from the mental institution. You had to sneak those books in, just like it was drugs and alcohol or something. Now you can have porn magazines, and they wouldn't trip off the porn magazines like they trip off these books by the Church of Scientology. And one of the books that I early read was how they target the black community. Because psychiatry is in the schools, psychiatry is in the law. And they are fake. Now, what I want to say is this. Mental illness is real. Why do I say mental illness is real? Mental illness is real is because any part of our body can be broken. Any part of our body, our eyes can suffer malfunction. Our hands can suffer malfunction. Our heart, everything about us can suffer malfunction. It can be broken in disrepair. it can become sickly. And this is factual. This got to be factual. If the eyes, if the tongue, if our heart, if our hands, if all the parts of the body can suffer injury and disrepair, malfunctioning, of course, the brain. Now, the problem with the brain is that it is the most complex part of our being. It is not easy to fix and treat like the hands or your feet or even your heart. The brain is so complex. They don't really know. It's only so far they can go. But psychiatry makes a claim like they know the brain. They do not. The Bible of psychiatry is called the Diagnostic Symptoms Manual. And before you begin to read the different diagnoses and the treatments in that book, they would tell you it's theory. This is theory. They don't really know. They have not one cure for none of the over 300 some mental illnesses in that book. They don't have a cure to none. The only thing they do in modern times is give you drugs. That's all they can do. Tranquilizers. And I asked the doctor once. I said, are these tranquilizers, are they the same type of tranquilizers when you go out into safari and you shoot an elephant or a buffalo or whatever, and it's the same stuff. A lot of these psychiatric drugs is the same thing like crack cocaine, the same chemical makeup. Like meth, the same chemical makeup. They don't cure nobody. These children with ADHD, whatever they want to call it, they just dope your children up. It don't cure nothing. And most of these children, the reason why they have ADHD, a lot of times because they don't have sufficient human interaction. Children need to be played with. Children need activity. It ain't no damn ADHD. You got to give them something to focus on. Most parents give you a bag of potato chips and a soda, sit your ass in front of a TV. These children don't even know their parents, and their parents don't even want to know them. Ain't no damn ADHD. Then these children are full of sugar. Sugar makes children hyper. Sugar can make adults hyper. Lunch Break Chronicle said medical doctors are legal drug peddlers. Absolutely. I had surgery, major surgery. And they gave me, what's the payment? Oxycodone, whatever the hell that stuff is. I didn't need it. So why should I use it? I didn't need it like that. So there's no way I can get hooked on it because I'm trying to avoid it. Even if I did have some pain, I'm going to tolerate the pain. You got to tolerate that pain until the point where your body give it a chance to heal itself. Now you have all these people. As soon as they say they have a little pain, you start drugging them up. Now, I can't speak for other folks. I know I'm a country boy. And we didn't go to doctors. You had to learn how to deal with your sickness. You had to learn how to deal with your pain. But you have these folks, as soon as they get a little pain or whatever, they give me an aspirin, give me something. You don't never give your own body an opportunity to try to heal itself. Psychiatry is quackery. They even admit it. But the educational system and even the justice system allow these parasites to determine people's fate. You have people, well, I saw people, see, this is the thing. Some of y'all talk because you read a book. Dr. Umar Johnson talks because he read a book. He's never been in a mental institution. He's never been on the other side taking the drugs, being the victim. I know what the hell I'm talking about because I was the damn victim. Wasn't a damn thing wrong with me. And this is how evil they are. Some of you saw my old video back in the day. I saved up all this medicine. I was throwing it away. Then I start saving it. And I showed the courts that these doctors are reporting how better I'm getting after I'm taking their fake ass medicine. And we showed the judge. And they just ignored it. Here I am with a whole handful of these damn pills I never took. These bastards say, oh, he's getting better. He's doing much better now. He's taking all these damn pills. Here's the pills right here in my hand. They just ignored it because it's all a fraud. The justice system already know about it. That's why they're not tripping off of it. The school already knows it's a scam. They all in it. That's why nobody doing nothing about it. It's all a scam. It's all fraud. All of these suckers going hand in hand, all of them benefit from this scam, from this fraud. It's quackery. The easiest degree that you can get is psychiatry, psychology, psychiatry. The other disciplines have no respect because they know that it's theory. Medical doctors don't trip on psychiatry and psychiatry. They don't care because they know that it's fake. It's acceptable in this nation. They know. But it's a way that they use it to make money. Billions of dollars. To tranquilize people. They start your children off with these tranquilizers, making it easier for them to try to get legal drugs and illegal drugs. Because your children started off ADHD, HSX, whatever the hell they want to call it. You're already setting your children up to be damn drug addicts at a young age. They don't need that. They need you. They need your love. They need your hugs. They need your kisses. They need your guidance. And you're doing nothing for these children. And unfortunately, some of these people should never have children. You're too damn dumb to have children. You don't have nothing to offer them. You have nothing to teach them. So TikTok is raising these children. YouTube is raising these children. And other Netflix or whoever. They're not watching educational programming. They're watching foolishness. And then when, of course, you give them the drugs, they really go back doo-doo crazy. There are people have the nerve to talk about you mentally ill. But then they don't look at their own behaviors. You purposely train your mind that you can fly out your body into the universe. You train your mind that some spaceship gonna come out the sky and save you. You train your mind that there's spirits and little gremlins running around and demons. You train your mind purposely to believe in these things, but I'm the one crazy. Anybody watching this video can see this bottle of water. We don't see your God. If God is real, you should be able to show your God just like we show this bottle of water. Your demons, your gremlins, you should be able to prove that you can fly out your body. You're a spaceship. You should be able to show these things just like I'm showing you this bottle of water. It's very difficult for your dumb ass to say, that ain't no bottle of water. That could be vinegar or that's true. But from what we see, chances are it's a bottle of water. It could be vinegar. Vinegar is clear. Could be gas. Gas is clear. Could be another liquid in here. But that will require a little closer investigation. You offer nothing to investigate. You show no God. You show no gremlins. You show no spirits. You show nothing. Period. Brother Deacon O'Reilly said people in India think they said that God is an elephant. Well, at least if God is an elephant, at least we know what an elephant is. Back in ancient times, they used to worship animals, elephants and tigers and bears and even dogs and cats. They used to. Lunch Break Chronicle said this could be vodka. Or it could be gin. But you got something to work with. It would take further investigation to see if it's actually water or not. But when we talk about God and spirits and demons and spaceships or whatever these crazy things, they offer nothing. When you suffer in mental illness, the only one that can see your God, feel your God, or whatever is you. Because it's not real. It's only real to your brain. I don't need you to do nothing special to recognize this bottle of water. You don't have to believe in it. You will automatically say, well, if it ain't water, it looks like it. You cannot show no spirit, no God, no nothing. So that we can say, wow, that could be God. Now, if your God is an elephant, okay. But these gods that we're talking about, they don't show nothing at all. But there's something wrong with me. Psychiatrist is quackery. The African DNA test is quackery. This is modern age quackery. Fake science. Africa is a continent. And if African DNA was real, then why don't they hook you up with the people you related to? I'm going to say that again like Dr. Umar Johnson. If African DNA is real, why they don't hook you up with your relative? Where did they get the DNA from to compare yours to? Because when a baby is shown their DNA, that DNA is connected to the mother and connected to that father, connected to these relatives. Who are these people that you connected to? Africa is a continent. It has no DNA. Who the hell are you talking about? It's a continent. Nothing but dirt, rocks, and water. What people, who you talking about I'm supposed to be related to? Why don't they show you your relatives? They're not going to do that because it's not real. Modern day quackery. Just like you want to know your future. You got people that know how to take generalization and make you feel like they're talking to you personally. Then there are some people, before you talk to them, they do their research on you. How did they know? Because you don't know they done their research on you and your family. Then they read and tell you about your grandma. They know about it. All these different tricks. These scammers. And we fall for the old okie doke because they know. We want to know just like many children know that don't know their parents. They know that we want to know where we come from. And that's natural. We want to know about the future. We want to know about these different things. So you have all these scam artists. And not only today, but they've been doing it for hundreds of years. Easy money, taking advantage of the fact that you and we want to know. And they sell you a lie. And some of us, we even know it's a lie, but we want to believe. It's better than nothing. They give you this African DNA and you're always great. You're always a great person. You related to some famous person, you're always great. They never tell you, well, you related to a crackhead. You related to a murderer, a serial killer, back in ancient time, 5,000 years ago. You related to a serial killer. You related to a rapist. You related to a great thief in Egypt. They never tell you. They always tell you something you related to somebody beautiful, somebody good. And you know that's a lie. Because in your real family, somebody is in jail in your family right now. Somebody in your family is probably a pedophile. Somebody in your family is probably a rapist and a thief in your family that you know now. So why wouldn't you have rapists and thieves and liars and killers or people that just work an ordinary job, they were just a farmer, or homeless? You have homeless relatives right now, but when you do your African DNA, you related to all these people. That's great. They do everything wonderful. So you know it's a damn lie. You know that's not real. And even if they knew you, don't mean they would like you. Because in our real life, in our modern age day, we have family members we don't get along with. Some of us don't get along with our father and our mother, brothers and sisters and cousins, whoever. We don't get along with our neighbors. But we so in love with African people. Because I'm from Africa. Like it's going to be any different. You said it because you don't know them. You never lived with them. You don't know them like that. But see, you had interaction with your mother, cousins, and the neighbor next door. that won't keep his dog off your yard taking a poo. You don't think they don't happen in Africa? They have the same problems. But we're sold this fairy tale story. Go back to Africa and everything is going to be beautiful. No, those people go through the same stuff. They fall out with their relatives. They have police brutality in Africa. They have problems with their neighbors in Africa. They commit murder and rape in Africa. Matter of fact, if you're a woman, in some parts of Africa, it's legal, especially if you're married. It's legal in some parts. Slavery is still practiced in some parts of the world under Islam. I'm mentally ill, but you're part of all this madness, this insanity, because you don't think for yourself at all, period. Brain dead. Somebody else do your thinking for you. How can you be 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years or whatever, and you don't know nothing? The only thing you do is quote the Bible, quote the Quran, and Dr. Umar, you all in Dr. Umar Johnson's backside, or Farrakhan, or Tariq Nasheed, or Tahaka Bay. Damn, y'all don't think at all I'm the one mentally ill? You ain't learned nothing. If you was thinking for yourself, then you would question what they talking about. But you don't question what they talking about because they doing your thinking for you. Because we all can't agree on everything. We all can't be like that because we're all different. And being different is going to cause disagreement simply because we're different. That don't mean I hate you because you might like a different brand of water. And that's cheap water. I like the more expensive. To me, water is water. Water is not water. This water is better than your water. Well, okay, that's your, if that's what you want to do, that's fine. I'm not going to argue with you about water that you like. They got us so brainwashed, we think just because they put water in a bottle, it's better than what's coming out the tap. And most of the time when you see this bottled water, they even tell you it came from the tap. The only difference is they clean it up a little bit better. That's all. That's the only difference. And you can do that at home. Buy you a filter, boil it a little bit or whatever. It's damn water, y'all. It's water. But this is how they got you brainwashed. And you spend hundreds of dollars on some damn 25 cents for every 12-ounce bottle of water. You spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars. Got you all brain because they put it in a bottle, put it in a can. But I'm mentally ill, and you so easily fooled. We've been drinking water out the tap. We've been drinking water out of a well. We've been doing these things for hundreds of years. And people will even tell you we probably was healthier back in the day. But all of a sudden, because they put some water in a bottle, it's supposed to be, this is the greatest thing ever. I had my relatives, my little grand relatives over here, and they looking for a bottle. When I was little, give me a glass of water, please. I offered them a glass of water. They looking at me, a glass of water. They looking for the bottle. That's how brainwashed. You think that this, just because and then they put it, how can it be better Even when they clean it up, look. Even when they clean it up, they put your water in plastic. Plastic is a derivative of oil. The same kind of oil that you put in your car, it's a derivative of oil. And then the longer that your water stays in this bottle, elements of this plastic leaks into your water. Because this is plastic. This is not glass. This is plastic. They don't use glass no more because glass is more expensive. But glass is better. You don't have to worry about your water being polluted. But when you have water in plastic, this plastic slowly dissolves into your water after a certain period of time. But it's better for you. You can simply take your tap water, boil your drinking water, boil it on the stove, pass it through a filter, put it in some glass, way better and cheaper than getting you some bottled water. But they got us brainwashed. Now some of us, we so unnatural. I don't like water. You need water to live. How the hell you not gonna like water? So they drink a lot of soda, you drink a lot of coffee, or whatever to try to get your water. That's not the same. You need water, people. Your kidneys need water. You need water. Put some lemon in it. Put a little bit of sugar in it, or whatever that you need, some honey, whatever. But you need water. They got us so unnatural. We are mentally ill. So how the hell can a mentally ill person make mockery, make fun of somebody else that's mentally ill? Then we taking all these vitamins and all these other different chemicals and whatever. Then you have to take in consideration the very air. The very air that we breathe is poison. The earth is poison. These cars that we like to drive, spits out oil and gas on the earth. Puts these things, but we love our cars and trucks and planes. They put poison into our environment 24 hours a day, nonstop. And it's going into the water. They finding fish with actual plastic in the flesh because the fish is absorbing the plastic that they're putting into the oceans, into the lakes. All kinds of different chemicals. Shout out to DX2. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. I only wanted to talk for 20 minutes. It never ceases to amaze. It never ceases to amaze. A 20-minute talk always gonna turn out to be an hour or so. But in the church, when the Holy Ghost, when the Spirit hits you, you gotta go where the Spirit take you. But that's how brainwashed. Because we don't think. Some of us drink certain things and do certain things because a celebrity endorsed it. Michael Jackson said outright he don't drink Pepsi soda. But there are a lot of people that was drinking Pepsi because Michael Jackson was promoting Pepsi Cola. And Michael said, he said, my girls in Vogue, they did a diet Pepsi. But they said they actually drink the soda. But we do things because the president drink or eat such and such. Or the Honorable Elijah Muhammad say, oh yeah, let's talk about the religion. Because some religious figure, oh, we got to eat Navy beans. You can live 1,000 years because you eat Navy beans. And some of us, you don't even like beans. You don't like beans at all. But you become obsessed with this person. Well, I don't like Navy beans, but the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, eat Navy beans. So there you are trying to stuff Navy beans, and you don't even like Navy beans. You'll try to learn how to like the Navy beans because you like Elijah Muhammad. So that's not you. You're brainwashed. You're mentally ill. I'm not going to drink a soda. I'm not going to eat a certain way because of somebody else. Now, when you do it on your own, that's different. You are in your own mind. We do things because other people do it. Because they say so. Drink this green juice. It helped me a lot. It's good for the liver and it's good for the kidneys. Drink this green juice. And we just follow them because we like them. DX2 says, can you please shout out to Go Kutu and bless him? He want to be Christian. If you notice on this channel, I don't never tell people what they should and should not do or whatever. I just give you my opinion based on my conclusions and my experience. If that person feel comfortable being a Christian, then you have to be whatever you are comfortable with. But also at the same time, understand the reality. Christianity or Islam or Hebrew, all this stuff, you did not self-discover. You were sold this. Where it come from? Why was it given to us? You don't question nothing just because they made it sound good. That's how we choose our mates. I'm not saying to us that we should not want somebody who's pretty or whatever. But when you solely base your decision on your mate simply because of money or physical attributes or whatever, you're going to get yourself in trouble. The best person for you, she might be a little overweight. She's not that pretty. But she's the best for you. Even with food, they will even tell you. When we go to the grocery store, a lot of the food that looks bad is really better than the food that's all polished up and pretty looking. That's what's bad. That's the worst for you. But we're going to always choose the good looking stuff. We're always going to promote the good looking stuff. And all of us, many of us are guilty of this. And then we wonder why our marriage, why our relationships continue to fail. Our relationships continue to fail because of our choices. DX2 says, how can I contact you? Want to share your videos to promote your channel. All our contact information is in the description box. Probably not on this video, but most of our videos, all our contact information is usually in the description box. So if you want to contact Angel, I'm very easy to contact. And I don't know more than you do. So Let's get that straight. I'm not divine. I'm not special. I don't know no more than you do. We come here together to share our experience and share our knowledge so that we can rise up, raise ourselves together. Because unlike some places, when I was in the Nation of Islam, they talk about there's no little I's, no big U's, or stuff like that. That's a lie. You're on a lower level than Elijah Muhammad. You're on a lower level than the other ministers because they ain't no more than we do. So that's a lie. But here, we're all on the same level. I don't know more than you. I can always learn from everybody. I can say I'm wrong. I can say I'm in error. But you're going to have to really show me. I don't just come on here and just say things for the hell of it. I've thought about some things before I put it out here because I know it's going to be tested. So I'm not going to just come out here and just say any old diddle daddle and I can't defend my position. I challenge and question myself. Okay, before you say this, before you put this out here, sir, I ask myself questions. I interrogate myself. I persecute or prosecute myself. And I think I do a better job than these folks out here would. So I know when I come out here, I got it together. I got to have it together. That's why they won't bother me. They can only get upset with me. They're not going to challenge the information. They're not going to challenge the conclusion. They're not going to challenge the opinion. Because I look before I leap. Because I really examine this before I put it out here. And it comes from me. It does not come from the Quran. It does not come from the Bible. It does not come from some YouTube person. It comes from me. We want to thank you for that comment. And I do need the help. So if you are serious, you can just go into the description box and that's how you can contact me. I need all the help I can get. Okay. Send a shout out to AUXELR Osri. Yo, hi, Angel Snup number 7. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. Like I said, I only wanted to come here for 20 minutes. We've been here over an hour. And then I was looking for an hour. Now we're going on past 20 minutes. But it's all gravy. It's all gravy. I enjoy our talks. We need these types of talks. But above all, we need to think for ourselves. We need to think for ourselves. That's the number one thing. If you can think for yourself, I'm very sure that we can easily get along. With AUXE said, why are your videos, the introductions is long? The introductions are long because, unfortunately, one of the reasons is because YouTube don't send out notifications. So a lot of times when I go live, or before I actually go live, I play the introduction video to give people a chance and an opportunity to see that we are live. Also within the introduction video, we put our announcements. We talk about the Deacons of Reality channel. Make sure you subscribe to Deacons of Reality channel. Our brothers who do an excellent job make these little videos, whatever, to help promote the channel. Subscribe to their channel, Deacons of Reality. We talk about in the announcements my autobiography and my other channels and Facebook and where you can find us or whatever. And I promote our Deacons of Reality videos, promotional videos. So we let that play. We let that play for an hour. I mean, not for an hour. 30 minutes to 45 minutes to give people an opportunity to see that we're live. Like right now, I don't know how long I was talking. It took a while before folks began to see that I was live on this live stream, and I didn't have an introduction. So that's the reason why we do that. And then when I re-upload, I do this. It's the same thing. Some videos there's no introduction. Like today, I might just do a little something. Then I come on. I let people know. Just let it play, or let it just sit. Folks say, "Oh, he's live." Then I can come live. What was your name, just out of curiosity? The name that I was birthed with was Lauren Ray. That's my birth name. And then I changed my name legally to Talik Ibn Ra in 2007. In 2007. And I did that because I just wanted to get out of that, like they said, the European name. And my name, Talik Ibn Ra, sounds like it's Arabic, but it's actually a name that I created out of the Arabic language that I knew. And Talik means seeker of knowledge. Ibn Ra means son of power. That's what it means. No, it's Talik, Taalik, Ibn Ra, Ibnrad. And you can see that when you go to the description box, you can see how I spelled my name in the description box. And I love the name because people said, "You're a Muslim," or whatever. Well, find the name. Find the name. You can't find the name. And actually, I got Talik from out of Talib. I took the B off and put a K. So you might find Talik, but you will not find Ibn Ra in their language. I know you won't find that. You might find some form of Talik, which originally Talib means seeker of religion. But you will not find Ibn Ra. Ibn means son in Arabic, and Ra means thunder. Or the son of power. No, Farrakhan didn't name me. In fact, I like the name Farrakhan. I was going to use the name Farrakhan. I was going to name myself and use the last name Farrakhan. I like the name Farrakhan. It sounds fire to me. I like Farrakhan. But see, this is another thing also. We should want to develop our own names. In fact, throughout the years, we've developed our own language. There was a language that a lot of us used to use called Pig Latin. Then, of course, we know about Ebonics. But this is how it is when you become a free people. When you become a free people, you begin to develop your own way of doing things because you're free. And a lot of these things that we develop came from out of slavery because we had to speak in a manner and be able to talk to each other, and the slave master didn't know what the hell we was talking about. I can't find your social media to contact you like you do have your Instagram, or can you send your phone number? Again, I'm very easy to contact. My social, my contact information, it's not going to be in this video, but most of the videos that I put out in the description box, my contact information. I'm very easy to contact. You can ask the stalkers that call me on these restrictive lines. You can ask them how easy it is to contact me. So if the stalker can call me on a restricted line, it should be easy for you to contact Angel Snub number 7. Lunch break said, when will you be in Mississippi? I have no reason to go in Mississippi. Should the people or the masses get to the point where they are serious about changing their condition, I don't mind being in Mississippi or anywhere where the people are together and they say, and they have a vision, they have a goal and a plan, and they're serious about what they want to do. I don't mind helping people that's real. These folks that's just running their mouth, not interested. We have a vision called the Mississippi Campaign. And you can check that out on our Facebook. Our Operation Exodus Mississippi Campaign YouTube channel was flagged. It's too many videos for me to try to be putting back up. I'm not going to do that. They flagged it, but a lot of those videos we put on our Operation Exodus Facebook channel, and you can go there, and all the videos in relation to our campaign I put on our Operation Exodus Mississippi Campaign Facebook. Now, I did also make a video that sort of tell it like it is, get down, because somebody was asking, they was asking or trying to put on this thing like it's too complex to understand, whatever. We made a video called Operation Exodus Mississippi for Dummies, and I put it together because it's very simple. No, the problem is your happy ass is comfortable being a slave, and you're not interested anyway. Because after I made the video, were your comments? They didn't have nothing to say. I broke it down. Matter of fact, the original title of the video was ballot or the ballot or the bullet, based upon Malcolm X's speech, the ballot or the bullet. So, I mean, all this is easily, I mean, it's there. Also, you can subscribe, a lot of our videos, subscribe to our Rumble channel. And I haven't had no problems putting my videos on Rumble. And we have Angel Snub 7 and Reality's Temple on Earth on Rumble. So subscribe to our Rumble channels. We never know about YouTube. YouTube is funny. We could be here talking today and they terminate us tomorrow. But we haven't had any problem. And actually, even on Facebook, Facebook is slowly getting more and more views. Shout out to our Facebook people. Appreciate it. I thank you very much, our Facebook people. The views on our Facebook is climbing. Even our Rumble channel, the views are getting there. So, I mean, there are people that want to hear Angel Snub 7. So Google, no matter what you say, Google, YouTube is free. You tear the channel down, I'm just going to put it up. It's free. And the people just going to find me, and we're going to come right back up again. If the people didn't want to listen to me talk, did not want to listen to what I have to offer, I would shut the channel down. I'm not that crazy. Be talking to myself. But I do know that there are those who want to listen to Angel Snub Nub 7. That's why they raised me up from the dead. That's why I'm like the phoenix. I come back up. Exactly. Lunch Break says people always find the truth. So they always find me and put me back up. So, I mean, folks are just getting sick and tired of the same old, same old. Black power, Ashe, and all this. What is it getting you? What is it doing for us? All this black conscious crap been on here since 2005. What has it accomplished for us? It has not accomplished nothing for us. Except it's church. It's just a church to attend. You go to the debates, you go to the meetings, you go to the conferences, nothing but church. They don't even like each other. To unify, to build something that's tangible. They don't even really like each other like that. They will come together to hate me, which they did about a year or so ago. They all came together, got together to hate me. But they never come together to produce nothing. To help the people that they claim that they love. They can't do that. Because they're not real. It's nothing but church. That's all it is. They don't want you to hear my voice because I put the ball in their court. Well, if I'm wrong, prove me wrong. You ain't nothing but scammers. You're liars. You're incompetent. No, you ain't no damn God. No, you ain't no warrior. I'm not going to let you sit around and I'm a God. I'm a warrior. You're a lie. You're a God with no power. You a warrior, ain't never been to battle, ain't won no damn wars. So how the hell, and you want somebody to give you these accolades? What do I think about the Nature Boy case? Well, there's nothing really for me to think about. That's a cult. That's a cult. And so they got caught up. It's nothing for me to, I mean, you get what you ask for. And a lot of these people, what we talking about, mentally ill. And when you cross that line, into and start breaking these people's laws or whatever, then you're going to have to deal with that. It has nothing to do with liberation or nothing like that. You want to be crazy, they'll show you what crazy really is. Can you rewind your book a bit? I wanna but I just want to know what's in it. You can get the autobiography if you're really interested. It's what is it, $9 for ebook? And I drastically reduced the price for the paperback, which is $15. There you go. But you can go into the description box, and the link is in the description box, or you can just go to Amazon. In the Grip of Monsters, being falsely accused by stalking serial killer Anthony Milan Ross. And it's just $9. Or if you're really interested, if you send me an email, I'll send you the original draft, and you can read that for free. I'll give you the original draft. So how's that? That's free. Oh, so we have somebody from Turkey. Thank you for joining us from Turkey. I told you, people don't like it, but see, when you're on social media, we don't know who we talking to. And I'm gonna keep talking because I don't know who I'm talking to. I'm not gonna give up this because I don't know who I'm talking to. I'm not going to stop talking because I know what I'm offering is better than anything else they got out here. So why should I start talking? If they telling lies, half truth, shouldn't the person that's telling the real truth should not talk? So I'm going to talk. And I accept all challenges. All these flunkies come here. They try to pull something off because their belief make them feel good. Oh, but just like the Quran said, don't think that you're going to believe and not be tried. Well, when you come here, your ass going to get tried and you're going to be found wanting to get the hell off of this platform soon as possible because you're going to catch the fire. Nothing personal. I don't know you. But your belief that you got from somebody gonna catch hell. And you're gonna run. These people never come back. They never come back to the platform because they don't want no more of the heat. They can't take it. So you need to go back and find some more flunkies, some more lap dogs, and y'all keep lapping up the filth in the cesspool, wherever the hell you came from, wherever rock you came out from. We should be sick of being deceived. We should be sick of the lies and the fairy tales and the mythology. And actually, I really hold myself back a lot of times because I hate this stuff. I hate these beliefs. I hate these scammers. I hate them because it's detrimental to us. I've been around this stuff for over 40 years. Really, over 50 years. It's done nothing for me. I don't see nothing what it has done for us as a people. All right. As soon as I get an opportunity, I will send that to you. We should be sick of being lied to. Everybody that challenged us, unfortunately, I have to put them down. And the big shots not going to mess with me because they already know they don't have nothing coming. They don't want their following to see them go down in flames. I want the big boys, not your flunkies. It reminds me of those kung fu movies. You know, the big boss always send out the flunkies first. And the flunkies get their ass whooped. Because the flunkies don't have the skill like their boss have. But the hero is more skillful than the boss. You come here, tell your boss, tell the big boy, and then they say, see, look, this is the thing, and this is why we don't think. Because folks always tell me, I'm going to go get Wesley Muhammad. I'm going to get Nuri Muhammad. I'm going to get so-and-so. They don't never show up. They're not going to show up. They know who to mess with. They're not going to mess with nobody like me. Because, first of all, I'm not religious. So you're not going to get that off. Nuri Muhammad can't do nothing with me. Tahaka Bey can't do nothing with me. Sanetta can't do nothing with me. Dr. Umar Johnson can't do nothing with me. Sarah Soon Seti can't. Young Pharaoh, all these Nature Boy, none of these people can do nothing with me. The only thing they can do is run. Then you have these people that can tolerate me for a little bit, but they're not going to stay around because they're not going to get none of their crap off. They're not going to come back no more. They pretend like they sort of cool or whatever, but they're not going to get nothing off. This audience is not going to let you get nothing off, let alone me. DX2 says, I'm going to promote your channel on TikTok and going to talk about you with my friend. Thank you so much. We much appreciate that. We need all the help that we can get. I appreciate it. We need all the help that we can get. And we should want to help promote reality. We should want to promote a message designed to get us out of this situation once and for all. All this ringing around the roses crap that you hear, these people don't know what the hell they're doing. Oh, things take time. Things take time because you don't know what the hell you're talking about. They just celebrated Savior's Day. And we're taught that Jesus is a Savior. For 2,000 years. For over 100 years. When you gonna get saved? That's not my fault. We should be saved after 100 years. We should be saved after 2,000 years. 1,400 years. We should be saved. And you still talking about, we waiting on the Messiah. We waiting to be saved. Like, damn. Well, apparently they wasn't the one. Chances are the one that's really going to help us is the one that don't claim to be a savior. Their works, if you work with them, will show you they was the savior, that they had the right message. Exactly. Lunch Break Chronicles says Savior's Day is for Master Farad Muhammad. Master Farad Muhammad is supposed to be the savior. That was 1930. This is 2024. You're still not saved. Not only are the masses of black people, soul brothers and sisters, freedmen, African Americans, Hebrews, whatever the hell you want to call us, we're still not saved in 2024. Not only that, but the believers themselves aren't saved. Because if they were saved, I'm pretty sure we would say, damn, I want to be saved too. We come running. Because if you in a fire and you see the fireman coming up the ladder and save somebody, you going to run. Like, damn, they being saved. So you going to run to the fireman because you see somebody. Damn, they getting saved. I want to get saved, get out of the fire too. That's how it works. Their ass is in the fire just like we are. Master Farad Muhammad has not saved nobody. But maybe he's the key. Or maybe he's the ladder. Or maybe he's the truck that's bringing what is needed in order to do the saving. Because I am a product of Master Farad Muhammad. I'm a product of Master Farad Muhammad. Master Farad Muhammad, to me, in my development, he called God as a man. So he made God real, flesh and blood, just like me. What I have done in my development is just make it 1,000% totally real. That's what I've done. Taking it up out of religion into life itself. Because if God is flesh and blood, then this is all we know. And we deal with the cards that's given to us. I'm not waiting on no mother plane. I'm not gonna depend on belief. We're gonna depend upon what we know. Because belief keep you waiting forever. They still waiting on Jesus. They still waiting for the mother plane. Belief just keeps you waiting, and you wait forever. How many generations have died and been born waiting for this miracle from Jesus, or this miracle from Muhammad, this miracle from whatever, all these, from the spiritual realm to come, the aliens? You just belief just keeps you waiting. But when you know and know your limitations, I'm gonna, what they said, change what you can. So I'm gonna take my hands and I'm gonna take this brain, I'm gonna change what I can. And if the mother plane show up, that's fine. If Jesus show up, I can tell him, thanks for coming, but don't need you no more, sir. Because I took my destiny and my life in my own hands, waiting on somebody. Why would you wait for somebody to cook you breakfast when you can cook your breakfast yourself and cook what you want? If they come cook your breakfast, this is what we're going to have for breakfast. It may not be what you want. No, when I cook my breakfast myself, I know what I want and I know where it came from. When you wait on somebody else, you have to bow down to the terms that they gave you. So when you're waiting on God, you got to do what God said. You waiting on Jesus, you got to do what Jesus said. No, I'm going to wait on you. I'm going to do what I want my way. That's what men do. That's why real men cannot bow down to no God. Because I'm not your lapdog. I'm not your slave. We will be equal or we won't have no relationship at all. Men don't bow down to some power just because some power is supposed to be. Only slave males do that. So your male and your female dog, when you say, come here, Snapper, come here, Piffy, the male and the female will come. Because that male you done broke down, and that pet is your slave. No different when you holler for God. God is the master. Oh Allah, oh Jesus, whatever these gods is, there you go. Allah, Allah, Jesus, Jesus. Wagging your damn tail. I ain't wagging no damn tail for you because you don't run nothing. I can get my own food. I can do my own thing. I don't need you. I would be that rebellious dog, that rebellious cow that leave the farm. Exactly. Lunch Break Chronicle said, the mighty don't kneel. TMDK. The mighty don't kneel. Only the weak submit, bow down. Who the hell are you for me to bow down to? I gave you life. So what? I didn't ask for this life. How many of you asked to be here? How many of you asked for life? If you gave me life, then I can do with life what the hell I want to do with it. You don't tell me what to do. It's just like if I buy you a car, that's your car. You're not going to like if I tell you what you can and cannot do with that car. You will tell me, take your car. I'd rather walk. I'd rather go back catching the bus. I gave you life. I didn't ask for your damn life. And you gave me this car as a gift because I thought you cared about me. You didn't want me riding on the bus. Oh, it's a way that you could control me. Make me bow down to you. Be grateful to you for the rest of my life. No, keep your damn car. There's people in your life, they do things so that they can remind you of what they've done for you. Well, you know that house that you got, if it wasn't, no, look, don't help me get a house. Don't help me get a car. Take your happy ass on somewhere. I'll do my own thing. The house that you have might be better, but it's my house. People laughed at the first car I got. The trunk of the car was all rotted out, and the spare tire was sitting on top of that little piece of steel right through the middle on top of the gas tank. It was rusty. The passenger side was rusted out. I had to put a piece of board to keep your foot from going down on the passenger side. It was a piece of, but it was mine. I wasn't on the bus no more. I didn't owe nobody nothing. It was my car. And I kept driving that until I could do better. Then I was able to do better. I kept getting better and better. There's nobody that can come to me and say they gave me and did a damn thing for me. And those who do, they can kick rocks. I give you crap back. I don't want your damn help. When I help people, I helped you out the kindness of my heart. These people, this God and all these folks, it's strings attached. They want something from you. What kind of friends are those? You shouldn't want to be around that type of stuff. When we help somebody, we do it out the kindness of my heart. You're not looking for some kind of reward, some kind of praise. Do it because you're trying to control somebody. I was accused of that a few years ago. Angel bought me this. He tried to control me. Angel bought me that because he tried to control me. Well, apparently I failed. I didn't get no damn control. I didn't get no control. They never said what they done because I bought their control. If I bought your control, what did you do to show that you was controlled by because I bought that control? They never did say that. It's a lie. We do things and we liars. And we don't want to admit who and what we are. Some of us are parasites. Some of us are interested in controlling others. I've never been that way. I don't mind sharing what I have with others. Unfortunately, there are those who don't feel the same way. They will parasite off of you. They will use you. They will take your kindness for weakness. Just like my little YouTube channel. Who knows how many people been on my YouTube channel? I give them a spot on my YouTube channel. Don't appreciate it. Don't even promote the channel. Here I am, I'm giving you an opportunity to express yourself on my channel. They don't promote the channel. They actually promote other people that don't promote me. Why would I want you on my channel to promote? Oh, well, I got this. I was listening to so-and-so. I don't want them on my channel. I don't want you to promote them on my channel because they're not going to do the same thing for me. So why would I want them here? Then they get angry and upset. Exactly. And do they go to those people's channel and say, hey, why don't you listen to Angel Snuffing Up 7? Can Angel Snuffing Up 7 come to your channel and let's talk about Operation A? They don't do that. But they want to come and promote other people on my channel. My little 10 views. I don't think so. It's not happening here. Then the suckers will turn around and talk about you. Angel this and angel that. You wouldn't even have nowhere to talk if it wasn't for me. Then I've always promoted other YouTube channels since I've been on YouTube. Because I, unlike them, really believe in unity. And nothing they say threaten Angel Snuffing Up 7. So you can come here and talk Jesus Christ. That don't bother me. You can come here and talk about ancient Egypt. That don't bother me. None of it is a threat or bother me. But they're not going to let Angel Snuffing Up 7 come on their channel and speak. They're not going to do that. Because it's all about them. It's not about what is in the best interest of the people. They don't care nothing about what's in the best interest of the people. It's about cash out, donations, and personal praise. Some folks like to hear themselves talk. And that's fine. But if you talk on this channel, you need to promote it. I've been special guest on people's channels, and I promote their channels. I'm a special guest. I don't have a spot on their channel where I can talk. Tahaka Bay said he was going to do that, changed his mind. He changed his mind because I'm a threat to his weak-ass Morse science garbage. He's not real. All of them are not real. That's why it's important for us to continue to be out here to expose their lies and their fraud. You should have Eric Muhammad on. Eric Muhammad knows who I am. Eric Muhammad don't want to come here. Eric Muhammad knows who I am. Eric Muhammad, we even had a female, both of us had interaction with. Eric Muhammad knows who I am. I've been in the chat room of Eric Muhammad's videos. I've been in the chat room of many of these people's videos. They know who I am. They don't want to mess with me like that. They don't want to do that. We don't bite. We don't bite. We're very civil. I let people come here and we let them talk. So go ahead and talk. I don't say nothing. Whatever it is that you want to talk about, go ahead. I don't say nothing. But as soon as I say something, they want to cut me off. Why you want to cut me off? See, that's disrespectful. If somebody let you talk like that and don't say nothing, then you need to shut the hell up. But they don't do that. What I do is I always have my little paper and pen. While you talking, I'm taking notes. And then when it's my turn, then I present what I have to say. They don't. So apparently, either you have a good memory, some people do, they have a good memory. But they don't have a good memory. So they want to cut you off while it's there. That's the reason why you use pen and paper. Take your notes, then you can respond after that person speaks what they need to talk or say when they didn't say nothing while you was talking. Like we had a guy about a week or so ago. That's what he done. I let him talk. Let him express himself. Let him talk. Let him talk. Matter of fact, we made very sure. Are you finished? Yeah, I'm finished. Okay. Then as soon as I start talking, you want to interrupt with somebody. Weak ass people. Because they don't want to hear you bring that heat. And then whatever you got to say, you can't defend it anyway. So you need to shut up and listen sometime. You're going to catch the heat whether I get to say whether you interrupt me or not. And folks ain't they're not in no hurry. They ain't not in no hurry to come back. They don't want none of this heat, this truth. What state are you in, brother? I'm located in Louisiana. I'm in Missouri, St. Louis, Missouri. Been here for years, since I was a little boy. And I would like to give Missouri and the neighboring state, Illinois, I give the brothers and sisters in that area props, because when I was a Muslim, I cannot say that my community did not support us. Us disappointed them. They put on this show. When I was in the Nation of Islam, they put on this show and told the community, well, we're going to do this. If you support us, we can do this and we can do that. Never did nothing. Even to this day, Farrakhan ain't did a damn thing for the community I come from. But it's thriving. Do you know why my community is thriving now? Because some white people decided to take a chance, because my community got this reputation of crime and violence and all like that. But they decided we're going to take a chance, we're going to gamble, and we're going to bring in these businesses and whatever. We also they gave loans to start small businesses and whatever. And now the community is thriving. You don't have to go all out your way to go to the stores and stuff, because these white people invested. Farrakhan could have done it a long time ago. Too busy living the high life, living good, eating squimps. Lunch break says, if the truth hurts, you would be in pain. If the truth drives you crazy, you would be insane. And they are. You want to see how wacky and crazy these folks get when they deal with me? They just lose their damn mind. That's not my fault. Your fault is you have lied to yourself. The problem is you need to look at yourself. Because you got two problems to deal with. One problem is believing in all this black conscious scholarship, religious, spiritual. That's your first problem, believing in all that nonsense. You're supposed to be an adult man, an adult woman. That's your first problem. Then your next problem is yourself. Some of us are arrogant, we're greedy, we're profane, we have behavior problems. You don't want to deal with that. You want to think to yourself that you're holy and righteous, and you're not. And when we get angry and upset, we see the real you. When you get angry and upset. When you get people mad, you get them emotional, the real them comes out. You think you're hiding, but you're not really hiding. The real you comes out. Lunch Break Chronicles say, Elijah Muhammad invested in the black community. I would like for you, well, I can't do it on this, but on a future video when I'm on Restream or Livestream or one of those other browsers, I would like for you to come here and explain to us how Elijah Muhammad invested in the black community. I'm curious because I don't know how Elijah Muhammad invested in the black community. This is what we don't realize, is what we don't know. Now, how many people, and it should be a lot of people, it should be a lot of people out here bear witness to the teachings of Elijah Muhammad. Okay, he said dry cleaners, grocery stores, etc., etc., etc. Well, first of all, the black community don't even exist. Exactly, Deacon of Reality. The black community don't exist. In order for the black community to even exist, like somebody said, community or people who commune together. You cannot have a community unless they commune together, and that has never happened. We're not a people. We call black people by default. We've never been united. That's the reason why we can't unite, because we never was together. When the slaves came off the plantation, they wasn't together. Everybody went their different ways or whatever. There wasn't no attempt to say, hey, we all in the same situation, let's get together. That did not happen. Everybody was out on their own, looking out for their own self-interest. That's what happened. So we never was united to begin with. We never was, so you can't divide us because we never was together to begin with. Lunch Break says the dry cleaners in the grocery stores. This is what now, somebody should be able to bear witness. And I've never seen it. Maybe you have. I've never seen. That don't mean anything. Lunch Break, I want you to find somebody to bear witness. I worked in one of those grocery stores, factories or whatever, and they paid me a good wage, and I had good health insurance, and blah, blah, blah. I've never heard no stories like that. That's not how religion works. The same thing with Yahweh bin Yahweh in Florida. And I know myself. I work for the Nation of Islam. And they barely paid me nothing. The main ones who they leech off of are the believers. Because you working to build a nation. So they don't pay you. They don't pay the actual followers real money. They don't offer you nothing. And then you have some outsiders that might come in, but they're not going to give them a lot of nothing either. Pay you a little bit. Who is going to bear witness and make a video? Who's going to make a video and say, I work for the Nation of Islam? It was wonderful pay, good hours, good health benefits. That's not how religion works. They leached off the people. The Nation of Islam did it. These suckers right now, that's what they do. That's what Yahweh bin Yahweh in Florida done it. That's how they do. They don't pay because you build. They know that you work cheap almost for nothing because you building a nation. But Elijah Muhammad living lavish. Louis Farrakhan living lavish. Yahweh bin Yahweh living good. And the people that's actually doing the work, just like in America, the people that's working doing the minimum wage, barely paying their bills, but the people in the corporate offices, they making all the damn money. They're not fixing the hamburgers. They're not really doing the real work. Yahweh ben Yahweh, that's an illusion. He ain't restored nothing. That's an illusion. Where is it now? He was also killing his own people. Yahweh ben Yahweh was murdering and killing his own people. Those who was questioning what was going on, they was killing them and assaulting them. How are you restoring a community when you beating them down? I think you can go on YouTube and it'll show you the type of activity that Yahweh ben Yahweh and his people was doing in those communities. What did he go to jail for? Murder and racketeering. Those people, hell, I got one of those Yahweh ben Yahweh folks threatened me when I was in Mississippi. Lunch break said every leader has killed people. so that justifies it. So everybody that becomes a leader, you got the right to kill somebody. Well, I just became a leader. Who want to be the first one to die? Lunch break said, because I become a leader, I have the right to run around and assault people and kill folk because I'm a leader. Wow. I think if people knew that, they wouldn't join. Well, you know, if you join lunch break and his group, he's the leader, or she, I don't know whether you're a male or female, but if you join that group, you know they got the right to kill you one day, right? Because that's the leader. All leaders kill people. Woo! No, they was using fear. They was using fear as a means of control. That's what it was all about. The people in the Nation of Islam was doing the same thing. They was committing assaults on brothers and sisters. They was stealing from the little businesses they had. A lot of those officers were stealing. They just go outright, go into the cash registers, taking money. Some of those ministers. Malcolm knew all that was going on. Malcolm was going to break all that up. That's what a lot of the hate really came from. The fear that Malcolm would take Elijah Muhammad's place. And Malcolm would actually clean those things up. Elijah Muhammad was sickly. He really couldn't keep an eye on his organization. You know, he couldn't do those like secretly pop up on nobody because he was too sickly to do all this traveling. Malcolm was young. Malcolm would travel anywhere and catch you screwing up and put you in check. That's one of the reasons why they did not want Malcolm to mess around and be the heir. They wanted him dead because the people, those folks, they was corrupt. And even under Louis Farrakhan, same thing been happening. I mean, Farrakhan get a lot of money, but I know because some people even told me they stole from Farrakhan. $2 for Farrakhan, 1 for me. $5 for Farrakhan, 2 for me. You can't trust everybody with money. And some people, they might have a good heart, but when you put around a lot of money and give them easy access like that, they're like, they ain't gonna miss these few dollars. I'll give it back in charity. Some of it back in charity anyway. You know how folks, when they steal, some people, they would justify what they do. Yeah, I stole from Farrakhan, but I'm gonna give some back anyway. I'm gonna take this. I got my car payment next month. But this is, brother, it's Nation of Islam. It could be the Reality's Temple. This is just something that we're gonna have to deal with. It's just human behavior. People would do that. I call myself an honest person. Now, for me, I'm not gonna steal from my own, but I ain't gonna lie. You know, these big shot white corporations or whatever, I will take from the top. I ain't lying, because I done it. But I'm not going to steal from my own. I've done it to big shot corporations, $1 million corporations that don't give a damn about black folks anyway. Yeah, I'm gonna take some off for me. I'm getting underpaid anyway. I've done that in the past. What they say? They steal a little bit, give it back Savior's Day. Shout out to our brother, the MD20. He said, why tell them that is human nature. Exactly. But I mean, that's just the way it is for us right now. And a lot of us we're struggling. See, if Farrakhan was sharing with his followers and a little of things and doing right, people might not do that. But when you have bills to pay, when you got child support, when you getting ready to lose your car, folks go do it. It ain't the fact that they bad people. Some people steal because I'm hungry. And they steal because I got a family. My people are hungry. It's not the fact that they're a criminal. I'm hungry. Now, what I found out, that if you give people or treat people decently, the less you got to worry about it. But folks are going to pay their bills, and you got all this money around you, easy access. It's cash. Who's going to find out? I'm just going to embezzle a little bit. Now, unfortunately for some of us, and we get a taste of that, then we want a little bit more. And see, this is when you mess up, when you get greedy. Like I told you, I ripped off some folks, but I didn't get greedy. I knew when to stop. That's when you get greedy, that's when you get caught. Don't know when to stop. Look, get you a little something, and then stop, go on about your business. Lunch break said, the pastor said, you hungry because you don't tithe. Well, one thing for sure, the pastor not hungry because you feeding him and his family. It's this show on BET. I think it's called Greenway, Green Oaks or something like that. Some of y'all probably familiar with it. But it's about a rich Christian family. I mean, I'm like, damn. They are the family of a mega church. They living good like hell. I'm like, woo, I'm in the wrong business. I need to become a Christian preacher. Louis Farrakhan should have switched to Christianity, because he would have got Farrakhan with his voice. He would get way more than T.D. Jakes. Farrakhan would have way more than what he got if he went to Christianity, because Farrakhan can preach way better than all those guys. But I guess he said, yeah, I'm cool with Nation of Islam stuff. I'm in the wrong business. This reality thing ain't paying nothing. But my uncle, back in the day, my uncle asked me, we should open up a church. And my uncle never been serious about too much of nothing. But he was serious about this. He said, you be the pastor, I'll be the deacon, and let's do this. He had a lot of faith in me. If I preached Christianity, we could get rich. And like I told my preacher friends, if I felt that way, I could do it. But I don't feel that way. My conscience would bother me. Because, see, I know what to say. I know what to do to get y'all money. I know how to play on your emotions. I know how to get your money. I know how to get in your pocket. Play with your emotions. Sell you false hopes and dreams. I know how to do that. But see, my conscience bothered me. I couldn't sleep at night, knowing that I have deceived you. These people deceive you, and they know they lied to you. They know they're scamming you, and they sleep good at night. My conscience bothered me. I couldn't do it. I'll never sleep again. I couldn't do that to the people that I come from. For a few dollars. For what? To live a life I don't really care nothing about. I don't care nothing about swimming pools, movie stars, and basketball courts outside, and movie theaters, and these big houses. And I never cared nothing about that type of stuff. I've never been materialistic. I was happy living in a shack in rural Mississippi. I was happy. So that lifestyle, the idea, I never wanted it. Still don't want it. Have a decent house, have a decent car, be able to feed myself. I'm fine. Now, if I could meet Terry Ellis and see what she's about, I'll be cool. My dreams come true. Because I don't want much like that. And I wouldn't be looking for her money or her fame or her fortune. I'm interested in the woman herself. I don't care about your fame and your fortune and your dollars or whatever. I don't care about that stuff. I don't trip off, never have. What I do care about is the true liberation and the freedom of the people that I'm born from. Because we deserve it. We deserve the opportunity to make our own decisions. We deserve the opportunity to do for ourselves. We deserve the opportunity to make our own laws for ourselves. We deserve the opportunity to be free, period. Because we have suffered for a long, long time. We deserve to be in charge of ourselves. We deserve that. And what's wrong with us being in charge of ourselves? And whether we fail or whether we succeed, we deserve that opportunity. Whether we fail or succeed, it don't make any difference. Because as a man, you cannot call yourself a man and you still under the rule of other men. You can't do nothing without another man, directly or indirectly. As a man, you want to be able to control some water, some gas, some trees, a river. Your children. You want to be able to control. You want your wife and your children to look at us as a man and say, and when they see the things that they have, it's because men got it. Their husband, your uncles, your male cousins, we did it as men. We got this. And if we don't have it, you don't need it. And there was a time we used to think that way. Not trying to be like the Joneses. If I can't give it to you, we don't need it. If the only thing we can grow is beans, I guess that's all we're going to have to eat is some damn beans. But it's our beans. We grew the beans. We own the land. We grow the beans. It's ours. But we want to be like white folks. When you listen to the teachers of Elijah Muhammad, when you listen to all these different teachers, black conscious, the bottom line is they want to be like white people. Live like white folks. They even use Caucasian people as example. Well, you know, the white man do this and the white man do that. Well, I don't give a damn what white folks do. They even use them as example. Well, the white folks do this. I don't even like talking about Caucasian people no more. That's over and done. And these silly folks, they get angry at me. Why don't you talk about white people? I've done that already. I already talked about them. I'm sick of talking about them. They're not the problem. Exactly, pink people. They're not the real problem. We're the problem. You get trillions of dollars out of this economy every year. We're the problem. If they was the problem, they would stop you from getting trillions of dollars out of the economy. So it's not their problem. They're not the problem. It's us. We're the problem. Do you think that some black people are mentally inclined to believe that opening up business is a solution for black people? A lot of conservatives say this. Wouldn't mind going alive on this. Brother Denzel comment. Opening a business is not going to change anything. Black people have businesses all over this country. The only thing it changes is people's personal pocket. It does nothing for us as a people. Operation Exodus Mississippi campaign is designed, and the vision and the purpose and the goal is for what benefits the people. When you open up a business, that only take care of that person and his family. It don't really do nothing for the people. A little something, but all these black businesses in this country, how do you personally, because I know I don't personally benefit. They ain't gave me nothing. Have they gave you something? How do you benefit? Most of us don't even have stock. Do you have stock in any of these black businesses that's around? Do you have stock? Do you have any kind of investment in these black businesses? They don't even offer you that. We don't have nothing. We don't have nothing to do with that. Then, when they are successful, they do what everybody else do. They'll show off. Look at our big house. Look at our cars. We in Africa. We in Paris. That's what they do. Just because black people own a business, don't mean they give a damn about black people. I'm like Umar Johnson. I'm going to say that again. Just because you have a black business don't mean they give a damn about black folk. They will use you to get what they want so they can live like white folks, pink people. Motown's supposed to be a black business. He ain't do a damn thing for the black community. Not for real. And then he sold it to Caucasian people, pink people. Lunch break said, do for self. We've been doing for self. I don't know what folks think that is a new concept. Our ancestors was doing for self ever since they came off the slave plantation. They didn't have no choice. It was the discrimination. It was Jim Crow that messed with them. It ain't the fact that we didn't know how to do for self. We didn't have no choice. So now you got Marcus Garvey and you got the natives. We need to do for self. Why do you think that you here We've been doing for self ever since we came off the slave plantation. That ain't nothing new. The problem is the laws. The problem is the people that we live in here that's creating laws, creating an environment that stopped you and hindered your progress. Dickens said we need our own land. And see, that's the purpose of the Mississippi campaign. The Mississippi campaign gives us an opportunity to control some land. You shouldn't have to, why should we keep going in our own personal pockets to get land? Especially when we don't control the laws. You buying this land, going in your own personal pocket to get this land, but you're still under the rule of another man that could change the laws and mess your whole game up, destroy everything that you got. So what's the sense of buying this land? You don't own no land. Nobody in America owns land. If you don't pay taxes, they'll take it from you. Or if they want to build a highway through it, they'll do that. Eminent domain. Nobody in America owns nothing. Even white folks cry over eminent domain. I done had this land in my... Now, mind you, they got it from... They kicked off the Native American people here. Now it's their land. Well, technically it is their land because they kicked somebody's ass and took it. Now, and then their government turned right around and take it from them. Oh, but it's been in my family for 50 years. The government don't give a damn. We putting a highway here. Boom. Matter of fact, that's how they destroyed many black communities that was doing very well. Especially when you talk about Los Angeles, California. They talk about it all the time. They put highways through our communities. And they like to build these polluting ass factories around our communities. That's what they have done. And the only thing the black scholarship, black conscious people have been able to do is talk about it, but they ain't never been able to do a damn thing about it. So you might as well shut up. Don't you hate being around somebody? My knee hurt. My knee hurt. Look over here. See, my knee hurt. What you gonna do about it? Every day they come in. My knee hurt. Don't you take some aspirin or something? Put some Bengay on your knee or something. Nobody want to hear that crap every damn day. My knee hurt. They say the same stuff. Police brutality, redlining, and whatever else they come up with. They plan genocide. They plan on... If you ain't going to do nothing about it, shut the hell up. My knee hurt. I hate being around people like that. Go to the damn doctor. And if that doctor can't do nothing for you, go to another one. That's what these suckers don't like to do. They don't have no solution. They don't really know what to do. But they don't want you to go to another doctor. They want you to stay with them and they can't solve your problem. Your knee still hurting. Lunch break said, when does Dr. Umar's school open up? I couldn't tell you. You have to ask him. And that's a question he really don't like to talk about. That's something he really don't like to talk about. He also don't like to talk about why he's never shown his degrees. If you went to school and you earned all these degrees that he's talking about, he never shows them. He only talks. I have people in my family that have earned degrees, bachelors, PhDs. They show you their degrees. Matter of fact, they happy. I mean, because that's a lot. You should be proud. Because that's a lot of work to get all these degrees. Dr. Umar Johnson don't want to show nobody his degrees. But he wants you to call him doctor. Anyway, we mentally ill. We accept anything. We accept anything. Oh, unless it's Angel Snuffing Up 7. If I told you I was a doctor, where your degree at? Oh, everything about Angel Snuffing Up 7, they where's your information? They ask me, what's your source? What's the information? Oh, they give me the 10 degrees. But all these other suckers, they'll ask them for nothing. All they got to do is sound good. And even when I show the truth, they still don't accept it. So what's the sense of me running around here trying to prove something to somebody? They're not going to accept it anyway. And a good example of that was when I saw this video with Pastor Geno Jennings. He debated the Nation of Islam. And Pastor Geno Jennings used the Quran, used the teaching. He did not say nothing. He did not use the Bible at all. He's a Christian preacher. He did not use the Bible at all. He used the teachings of Elijah Muhammad. He used the Quran to show these Muslims. I think the debate was, how did God create himself or something like that, according to the scriptures. And he showed them. Well, I think the Quran said that God made himself from nothing or something like that. I think, anyway, and I know the teachings of Elijah Muhammad teach that God made himself out of triple darkness, but the Quran says that basically that Allah made the darkness. Anyway, when it was all said and done, the pastor showed them using their book, and they still didn't want to, and they wanted to show you that, he wanted to show that the Quran, see, the Quran supersedes Nation of Islam teachings. Whatever the Quran say is above what Elijah Muhammad teach. And even Elijah Muhammad taught that. But when Pastor Jennings showed them, they didn't want to hear it. I'm still going to believe what Elijah Muhammad said. See what I'm saying? So it don't make no difference. That's why I don't like debate. I'm not going to be arguing with these people over their beliefs like that. You can believe in Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, whatever. You can call Walt Disney God. I don't care. I'm not going to be arguing with these people over their beliefs. That's a waste of time. But again, mental illness. It's a waste of time messing with people who's mentally ill. Because they believe that. And there's nothing that you can say gonna stop them. You can tranquilize them with some drugs, but you're not gonna stop them from believing that. Because in their brain, it's real. You have people that drink a lot of alcohol, and they talk about the pink elephant. The only one that can see the pink elephant is the person that's drunk. If you sober, I don't see no pink elephant. There it is. There it is right there, man. Pink elephant, man. Got it. It's wearing some Jordan shoes. Pink elephant with Jordan shoes. I don't see no the believers are the only ones that can experience and see these things. Because it's their brain. It's their brain. It's not real. The thought is only for their brain. And when they die, the pink elephant dies. When they die, the God dies. This bottle of water gonna exist whether I'm living or dead. It's gonna exist. When I'm dead, the bottle of water still be around. But when you die, that belief in that God dies. Because the only reason why it's alive is because you believe in it. It don't really exist. And when the drunk becomes sober, the pink elephant disappears. And when they become sober, they don't want to talk about that pink elephant no more. A lot of them don't even remember seeing a pink elephant. Hey, don't you remember you was telling me when you was drunk about the pink elephant? Oh man, get out of here. I ain't talking about nothing. They probably don't even remember about the pink elephant. What else? Let's look at these comments before we get out of here. A 20-minute video turned to almost 3 hours. It never fails. It never fails. Soul Brother 85 said, takes state taxes to fund a school. Well, actually, if you got it like that, you could open up a school with private funds. If you got it like that. Umar Johnson don't have it like that. In fact, because of the dumb things he was doing, he lost a lot of his support. He does not have even Louis Farrakhan. Louis Farrakhan has more funds. Louis Farrakhan couldn't open a lot of different schools or whatever. To my knowledge, I don't know, because I haven't got an update, but to my knowledge, they still waiting on Louis Farrakhan to build a school in New York. They've been promised a school for years. To my knowledge, Louis Farrakhan people in Atlanta, Georgia, still don't have a mosque. They mortgaged their mosque so he could get Mosque Mariam in Chicago. To my knowledge, his people in Los Angeles still don't have a mosque. They mortgaged their mosque so he could have, he could be a big shot in Chicago. And he gets way more funding than Umar Johnson. Umar Johnson's doing a lot of talking. And how is Umar Johnson going to open up a school when he's traveling all over the country doing all these rinky-dink lectures? And I'm pretty sure he's living off the money that he raised in the beginning for that school. Because a lot of these lectures that he's doing for free. So he's living off that money that he first got when he first begged people for this school. He's not getting enough support, because a school, you got to pay teachers, you got to pay janitors, security guards, lawn keepers. There's a whole lot of stuff that goes along with opening up, especially the kind of school that he wants. And who in their right mind want Umar Johnson to teach their children after how he behaved? The boys that should have been going to his school, they grown men now. That's how long it's been. He don't have no idea of what he's doing. But false promises, false dreams, selling false promises, hopes, and dreams. And the people, after all this time, your little boy is grown up now. We're going to open up a school one day. We're going to open up a school one day. Your boy is grown now. Hell, he in college playing football. But that's how we are. Goes back to, we mentally ill. And there's no drugs that psychiatry can give you that's going to cure you from this mental illness. There's nothing I can say. The only thing that can help us is self-healing, self-awareness. But when you're a robot, when you have a cult-like mentality, you'll never be able to heal. I'm so happy I never had a cult mentality. I did not join Minister Farrakhan to worship him. I didn't give a damn about him. I didn't even know who the hell he was. Only thing I know, this was a guy said, I'm going to rebuild the Nation of Islam. That's what I wanted to be part of. I did not join to be his lapdog. I joined because I actually was in love with the Nation of Islam and I wanted to bring that back. And when I began to see that's not what he was about, it's time for me to go. Lunch break said they meet at the Church of Scientology, and oh, that's so pitiful. That's sad. So they gave their building away. So now I guess they pay the Church of Scientology rent. Because you know they're not doing it for free. So I guess they pay rent to the Church of Scientology to use their facilities. Wow. Woo. When I first drove trucks, I used to go to that temple, and it was really, really nice. A really nice mosque. I used to go to that one in Los Angeles. It was really, really nice. I think, Brother Khalid was the minister at the time. But he was Brother Harold X when I was there. I think he was Harold X. He didn't become Khalid till down the road somewhere. He was Harold X at the time. So, wow. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. And I'm not here to make mockery of you. I'm not trying to convert you to nothing. It's on you. You have to think for yourself. Unfortunately, a lot of us just cannot do it. We was born. And the reason why we can't do it because we're born into this mess. We're born into a mess that not thinking for yourself is acceptable. Can you imagine if everybody was able to be who they are instead of what somebody wants you to be? How we as humans, we could have progressed. We're nowhere near. I'm going to say this, we're going to get out of here. There was a cartoon called The Jetsons. And according to that cartoon, we're still far behind. A lot of the things in the cartoon, we are able to do right now. But we're still far behind according to that cartoon, The Jetsons. Now, some of the inventions are kept on the down low. Because even when I was a child, they actually had prototypes of vehicles able to fly off the ground, like the Jetsons. They already had the prototypes when I was a little boy. But you know the government and lobbyists, they do whatever they can to stop a lot of this stuff unless they can control the new product coming out. I heard you don't need electric. You don't even need gas. They actually can run things off water. That technology is already invented. But it's kept off the market. It's a lot of things that's going on that we have no idea of. They keep on the hush hush. A lot of these things that we call flying saucers or whatever, it could be man-made. We already have that type of technology. It could be, we don't know. Because we have people, they want to be able to control that product. We don't know. But one thing for sure, I'm going to say this, we're going to get out of here. Lunch break, he believed he or she believes in the mother plane. It's called UFO, unidentified flying object. Lunch break. Do your research and get the information. The Nation of Islam is not the first person that talk about a mother plane. As you know, a reference to some kind of mother plane goes back to the Bible. The Bible talks about a big wheel. And they talk about a wheel even before the Bible. Do your research, get the information. Other cultures have talked about some kind of wheel within a wheel. There's a wonderful show called Ancient Aliens. There's a show called Ancient Aliens. They have a religious edition. It talks about what the Bible say and blah 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 and aliens. That's a wonderful commentary. Way more advanced than Nation of Islam teachings and all this spooky stuff that's going on, whatever. And when you think about it, it could be possible. It's possible other life forms with our intelligence could have already been here, and they killed themselves. They made themselves go extinct because they were stupid, like we are. Who knows what type of civilizations are under the ocean? That's why they have tales of Atlantis, because some of this land was above and now it's underwater. Who knows what kind of civilization that's been here before us, before Egypt or whatever, and we don't know nothing about it. It's under the sand. It's under the sand. Now they explore the ocean. They don't go around digging up the Sahara. It's so many possibilities of things. And I'm not going to say that aliens or some other life form don't exist, because somebody gave a real good example. Now, you know you and I exist. But what if you was an ant? There are many ants that will never see us. Never. They will live and die and never see us. But we exist. Those giants. But there are many ants that will never see us. If there's a civilization or aliens or another life form that have learned how to live deep, deep in the ocean, and the only time they come up out of the ocean is now and then, and we see their ship or whatever, it don't mean they don't exist. But we'll never see them because we're not out. The oceans are really, really big. And we're not out there like the way we cover the land. And who knows, there might be civilization going on under the earth. We don't know. We really don't know. Like the deacon said, the possibilities are endless. But this is what the courts say. If you can't prove it, if you can't show the evidence, it don't exist. And that's my position. So what if you have the evidence? If you don't bring it to court so we can examine it, it don't exist. You go to court, I paid my traffic ticket. They want to show how did you do it? Did you do it on Cash App? Did you write a check? How did you pay your traffic fine? If you can't show them Cash App, a check, a receipt, money order, it don't exist. You need to pay this again. And that's my position. I don't care about if it do exist. That's not my concern. The aliens don't bother me. Racist white people do. Ignorant Negroes bother me. Aliens under the ground, flying in spaceship, don't bother me. The guy with a gun want to rob me for my money. That bothers me. The racist police officer bothers me. What they did in Kemet 5,000 years ago don't bother me. My position is what's happening with me now and what can affect me now. I can't believe in Jesus because Jesus don't bother me. And don't bother you either. You just making up some damn stories, some lies. You ain't never met Jesus. You ain't never met God. Just lies you tell. I talk to God, I can feel God. How do you feel God? Now I can say, I can feel a cat. Because a cat actually, you know how cats do, they rub up against your leg. So I can say, yeah, I felt that cat. How do you feel God? How do God feel like? You don't even know what God looked like, what God made out of. You don't know nothing about it. It's just a damn lie. It's lies we tell ourselves. It's a lie. One of my favorite people, Terry Ellis, I can tell you how her hand feels because I actually touched Terry Ellis's hand. I kissed her hand. I could tell you. But I couldn't tell you if I didn't actually touch her hand. I don't know nothing about it. I can't tell you how she smelled or whatever because I never was near that woman like that. We need to stop telling these damn lies. We love lie. We are liars. You're a liar. You ain't never seen no devil. Unless he's a white man. You ain't never seen no spirit, no spooks and no whatever. You ain't never seen that stuff. Not real. Your imagination. I hate liars. I really do. Sickening. I'm here to tell the truth. You ain't telling no damn truth. You're a liar. Lunch break says, have you seen the picture of Master Farad Muhammad? Who haven't? Many people. This picture of a Caucasian looking man. We're supposed to be made in the image of God, but then you're going to give me this picture of a Caucasian looking guy. And then what you're going to say, how you're going to justify is say, oh, his mama was white, his daddy was black, and then you come up with this Bible crap, talk about he came in sinful flesh so he can come among the righteous or whatever, blah, blah, blah. If the black woman, if she can manifest all the different colors of humanity, why was a pink woman that you call a devil, why was she chosen to give birth to God? That's my question to you. And this man has no Negroid, no black features to him. And the only picture they promote is this painting, not of a person, some kind of painting. In 1930, they had cameras. The cameras were good. In 1930, they actually had film. There's no film of Master Farad Muhammad. There's no real pictures. The only thing they promote is this portrait. But then he got caught up with the police and they took pictures. These people talk, that ain't Master Farad Muhammad. But at the same time, they took pictures of Elijah Muhammad and you said, well, that's Elijah Muhammad. Oh, but when they took pictures of Master Farad Muhammad in jail, they took pictures of Elijah Muhammad in jail. You said, well, that's Elijah Muhammad. They took pictures of Farad Muhammad in jail. Oh, that ain't him. You're a lie. That's him. He was the leader of the Allah's Temple of Islam in Detroit. And they got caught up. And they took pictures of him. That's him. The leader of the Allah's Temple of Islam. That's him. You just want to believe the narrative that Elijah Muhammad spun, which is not even the narrative of what Fard was teaching. Do your research, get the information, and go look at what Fard was teaching before Elijah Muhammad. He did not teach these things. Go look it up. And he damn sure did not teach that he was God in person. He did not teach that in the original Allah's Temple of Islam. Elijah Muhammad changed. Why did Elijah Muhammad change the name from Allah's Temple of Islam to the Nation of Islam? Because what he's talking about is different than what Master Farad Muhammad was teaching. And he said he was taught these things 3 years or whatever. You don't know. You're going about somebody's story. I'm very sure he did teach him certain things, but we don't know. We get caught up in these storylines that people spin. We don't know. And this is the incredible thing about religious teaching. They some incredible storytellers. The modern day storytellers is the Avengers and Spider-Man and Batman and Robin and Barbie, the Barbie Chronicles or whatever. Nothing but stories to tell. Wonderful stories to tell. Elijah Muhammad taught some wonderful, incredible stories. And that's all it is. And when I was growing up, when you're telling a story, when I was growing up, when you say I'm telling a story, you saying that you told a lie. Some of y'all from the country, some of y'all that understand or been around a lot of black people, I'm pretty sure you're familiar when we say, oh, you're telling a story, meaning you're telling a lie. And we caught up in lies. So I suggest to us, accept reality, my friend. It's much easier. Because when you're telling a story and you get caught up in it, Lucy, you got a lot of explaining to do. See, I don't have to do a lot of explaining because anybody can see my bottle of water. We can't see yours. Lucy, you got a lot of explaining to do. Lunch Break believes in Nation of Islam teachings. Lunch Break says because black people would not accept the message from one of their own kind. They accepted a message from Marcus Garvey, a dark-skinned black man. Why wouldn't they? And there's been many black men. What was their name? Father Allah, Father Divine, Noah Jolly. There's been many black men, even some women with dark skin that we listen to. So that's false. That's a fallacy. And we still listen to, well, except me, because I'm too real. I'm too real for it. I'm not running around here telling you a damn story. But we listen to dark-skinned people. We've been listening to dark-skinned people forever. Because black people would not accept the message from one of their own kind. Why not? And then we accept the message from Elijah Muhammad, our own kind, and matter of fact, he's an American. Fard Muhammad was a foreigner. Elijah Muhammad was a black American, right, from Georgia. We listen To him, longer than Far was around what, 3 years? 4 years? Elijah Muhammad was around for 40 years. Was listening to him for 40 years. And we accepted the message. Well, actually, the message really didn't get rolling until they got Malcolm. Malcolm really put them on the map. Malcolm was a black American with roots from the islands or something like that. But they listened to Malcolm. They listened to Khalid Muhammad. So what make you think they can't accept the message? So that goes to prove to you right there. They accepted the message. Didn't make no difference what the skin color was. Like Eric Muhammad said, lunch break, talk black to me. You explain this. No, that was an excuse. And then you want to talk about white Jesus, and you're doing the same damn thing. You put a white image before us just like white Jesus. And white Jesus is a foreigner, and Master Farad Muhammad is a foreigner. Because we black and dumb. We can't think for ourselves. We need somebody from another country to come and teach us something. Because we too damn dumb to do anything for ourselves. To me, I feel insulted. We're unable to think for ourselves. We need Marcus Garvey, somebody from Jamaica. We need Farad Muhammad, somebody supposed to be from Mecca. We need Jesus, somebody that our oppressor gave us from Europe. Because we dumb. And we're too, and God don't love us. A middleman has to come. God can't come and talk to the black American. God can talk to people in Mecca. God can talk to people from Jamaica and Barbados and France and Germany. But God can't talk to us. I, myself, I'm insulted. I'm insulted. We just some dumb animals. We just some dumb herd animals. Somebody put a carrot in front of our face. There we go. Because we never get the carrot. We just a mule that people can use and put a carrot in front of them. You ever watch how they put a carrot or something in front of a mule and hook them up to one of those things or whatever and get the mule to go round and round to get water, whatever it is. Anyway, the mule just goes round and they put a carrot in front of them, or just to ride the mule. They put a carrot in there. And the mule trying to never get the carrot. That's us. We never get the carrot. Our Savior has arrived. You still not saved. Jesus will fix it. It's still not fixed. We just got a carrot. Don't blame me because you stupid. Don't blame me because your feelings getting hurt because somebody made a fool out of you. Don't blame me. Why you get angry at me? They get angry at me because I'm bringing the reality of these things. Because you need to stop being a child of God. You need to grow your ass up. Give the children back those damn stories. Because that's all they are. Stories. Deacon said, wake up, my brother. Wake up. Snap out of it. And the sad thing about it is people know what I'm talking about is real. They just can't believe it. You know what I'm talking about is real. I'm not trying to hurt your feelings. I come from the same place you do. You think when I learned that all this stuff that I put my young life into and what I was doing, you You think when I finally saw and it was revealed that all of it was fairy tales and mythology and bogus, you think I felt good about it? The difference between you and I is I actually have been looking for a man in my life. The difference between you and me is I'm looking for the truth in my life. And now I found it. You have asked your God, and you have prayed to your God to get us out of this situation once and for all. But you wanted to be Elijah Muhammad. You wanted to be Marcus Garvey. You wanted to be Favre. You wanted to be Malcolm. Whoever. That's who you wanted to be. But you can't tell God who to give the message to. You don't control that. And according to religious teaching, God uses whom he pleases. So whomever he pleases, you got to be on the lookout for. So you can get that message so that you can change your condition. And that voice will come from the womb of your woman, not from no foreigner. And that message should come from our womb, because this is our problem. And God should be talking to us, not no middleman from Australia, from Antarctica. And that message could be coming right through your brother right here. My sheep know my voice. And folks throughout the years have told me you sound like a prophet. You sound like a messenger. But you can't let go of that stuff so you can hear the voice of God. So you can hear that voice will take us to the promised land that Dr. King said he would never be able to see. And the message will come from your womb. Born in the worst state in Jim Crow. And there's no doubt I'm a black American just like you are. And when I said black, because I'm black, I'm dark. There's no white image at all, period. My daddy was dark. My mama was dark. And we come from Mississippi. We are black American. Birthed from the people of soul that you gave yourself. Not one of these titles that are oppressor or some bogus fabrication somebody forced on us. You name yourself. And now you lift yourself up out of this condition. And we've been given the method and the tool and the mindset to get yourself out of this condition once and for all. Keep doing what you're doing. I just sit back in the cut and shake my head, you damn fool. It ain't never gonna work. You just proved me right. You've been proving me right since 2007. And the harder you fight, the worse it gets. Because you don't know what the hell you're doing. Because I know I didn't know what to do. But in 2018, it was revealed what we need to do. Because of the time. You are in the right environment to make that change. Your enemies is thinking other stuff right now. They fighting amongst each other. You have the money, you have the talent, everything you need, you got it. Except the right mindset. Because you're still waiting for a Savior when your Savior has arrived and your Savior arrived when you was born. You are your savior. Looking for other folks. Letting other people think for you. Voluntarily becoming a slave. But you want me to call you a man. You a lapdog. Want me to call you a woman. You ain't no woman. You a prostitute being pimp. It's time for you to be free. I'd rather be dead. And it's more honorable to go extinct than to continue to live like this. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. Like Elijah Muhammad always said too, take it or let it alone. All fairy tales, all stories don't have good endings. You continue on this path, you don't have to worry about white folks and their genocide plans. You're doing it to yourself. It's just a matter of time. By the year 2050, a people called African American or Hebrew Israelite or Yahweh, whatever y'all want to call yourself, by the year 2050, you probably won't even exist. And that's just about 30 years from now. Won't even exist. And maybe that's a good thing. Even according to you, they slowly phasing us out of their history. And as these immigrants come across the border and they begin to gain power, what the hell they don't give a damn about no black history. Care nothing about you. It's your choice. On that note, thank you for listening. Damn, we done did 3 hours, a 20-minute video turned to 30 into 3 hours. I missed a lot of my daytime shows. Oh well. I guess I have to catch them tomorrow. Thank you for listening. Jot down your comments. And shout out to our Facebook listeners. I'm not simulcasting, so it's just us. It's just us. But that's good enough. Thank you. Thank you so much. Of course, the Deacons of Reality. Subscribe to the Deacons of Reality channel. And check out the latest video. Angel Snubbing Up 7. Don't like to pimp out black women. Paraphrasing. Subscribe to Deacons of Reality YouTube channel. Go into our description box of our videos. Subscribe to the Facebook channel. And just do a Google search. Well, not a Google search. Do a YouTube search. And whatever Angel Snubbing Up channels that you can find, subscribe, because you never know. On this one, we might be here today, gone tomorrow. I never know about stupid YouTube. Thank you for listening. I appreciate it. To those who are listening now and those who will be listening to this broadcast later, I appreciate it. As our ancestor Don Cornelius used to always say as in parting, we wish you love, peace, and soul. And we are Audi 5000.